Moving to Malaysia can give you an incredible quality of life, or it can be exhausting if you choose the wrong location. I nearly made a mistake that would have cost me comfort, convenience, and frustration in those first critical few months. In this video, I'm sharing 7 costly mistakes that new expats can make when moving to Malaysia. Mistakes that can cost you money, time, and peace of mind. Let me show you exactly what I mean by starting with the mistake that I almost made myself. Quick disclaimer before we dive into the 7 mistakes. I'm not a visa agent, immigration consultant, or financial advisor. Everything in this video is based on my own personal research and my own experience when moving to Malaysia. Policies, prices, and rules can change, so always double check things for yourself and speak to qualified professionals before making any big decisions. Alright, let's get into mistake number 1. My friend, even though my move to Malaysia went very smoothly, I came within 24 hours of signing a lease that would have made my daily life exhausting. Let me show you what I mean. There was a condo that I was seriously considering. It looked great online. Modern facilities, a great unit, and an awesome price. And when I viewed it in person, it was even nicer than I expected. But then something popped into my mind that I initially overlooked. The location for my daily lifestyle. This condo was about a 15-minute walk away from the main part of the neighbourhood, the supermarkets, the cafes, and the other convenience that I knew I'd use on a daily basis. When I walked the route, I realised there was no covered walkways, and there were sections where there was no shade. And in Malaysia's heat, or the sudden tropical downpours, that 15-minute walk could get old quickly. And to be fair, if I had a car, then it wouldn't be a problem at all. It's an excellent condo at a fantastic price. But because I walk every day, the location just didn't fit the lifestyle that I wanted. I chose somewhere more central, and honestly, that made my life so much easier in those first few months. So here's the fix. Always walk the actual route in the real conditions and the real heat, because Google Maps can't tell you how the actual neighbourhood really feels. Okay, cost of living and prices, because here's the thing. Malaysia can be incredibly affordable. Local food, public transport, and certain neighbourhoods can offer incredible value. But here's the thing, if you're living in an expat area and you're eating in cafes, buying Western groceries, using Grab frequently, and joining a premium gym, well, my friend, you're not living as most of the locals do. You're living the imported habits at international prices lifestyle. Here's a generic example of what a comfortable expat lifestyle can look like here in Kuala Lumpur. Condo rent, think a modern 2-bedroom apartment going from 3,000 to 4,000 ringgit per month. Groceries, mix of local and international products, 1,200 ringgit. Eating out at cafes and restaurants, 800 ringgit. Regular Grab rides, between 300 to 500 ringgit. Gym membership, anywhere between 150 to 300 ringgit. Utilities and internet, between 250 to 350 ringgit. So that's a ballpark figure of 6,000 to 7,000 ringgit per month for a kind of mid-range expat lifestyle. However, here is the slight twist, and if you implement some of these into your lifestyle, such as living in a condo slightly outside of the main central places in KL, use the MRT, LRT and buses frequently, if you eat at the hawker centres, and also if you have fewer Western international import groceries, then you can comfortably live on between 3,500 to 4,000 ringgit per month. So what's the fix here? Price out your lifestyle honestly and realistically, not the type that Instagram sells you. One of the potential surprises for newcomers is how many visa options Malaysia offers and how the rules can change over time. There are options like the Employment Pass, known as the EP, the Malaysia My Second Home, also known as the MM2H, the derail visa, also known as the Digital Nomad visa. There are also dependent and spouse visa options, and professional visit passes, just to name a few of them. Each of these options have different requirements based around income, documentation, and eligibility. My friend, I'm not a visa agent, so I won't walk through every single visa pathway here, and rules do change over time. But here's what I can tell you. Start researching your specific visa within 6 to 12 months before your move. Check official immigration sources and speak to licensed agents. Getting clarity early on will give you a great deal of peace of mind and also make your arrival much smoother. So the fix here is to check with the official immigration sources, speak to a licensed agent if you need any extra help, and don't rely on hearsay. Kuala Lumpur looks modern and connected, and it is. But the walkability can vary quite significantly between different neighbourhoods. Pavements can disappear suddenly, and crossings may not be where you expect them to be. And in 32-degree heat, or in a tropical downpour, a short 10-minute walk becomes totally unrealistic. It's all good until you realise the pavement had other plans. Some areas have excellent MRT or LRT access, whereas others are a lot more dependent on Grab or Bolt taxi rides, which can certainly add up over time. In my current area, I can walk to the supermarket in 10 minutes, and most of the route is either covered via shade or via a covered walkway. And I suppose that's the difference between being walkable on paper compared to being walkable in 32-degree heat. So the fix here is to map out how your daily life will look, going from home to the supermarket, to the gym, to the cafes, to the restaurant. Choose an area based on your real routines, not how the map looks zoomed out. My friend, Malaysia is one of the most culturally rich countries in the world. Malay, Chinese, Indian, indigenous cultures, all woven together. It's really a fascinating part of the world to be in. Most people settle in really well here, but one potential mistake is to arrive here without understanding the cultural rhythm of daily life here. One thing that surprised me in the best way was arriving just before Merdeka Day, Malaysia's Independence Day, and seeing the flags everywhere, the celebrations going on, and the national pride. It gave me a really strong sense of what the country really means to people here. Then came Diwali, and throughout this time, the city came alive with the lights, music, and cultural performances of this amazing festival. Walking throughout KL during this time was a real spectacle. And right now, the Christmas decorations throughout the city, especially in the Pavilion Mall and the TRX Mall, you'd be pleasantly surprised. They really are next level. I wasn't expecting that scale of celebration. It generally is world class. So just a couple of things to bear in mind. Dress modestly when you are going to places of worship. Be mindful during Ramadan. For example, the hours that the restaurants are open may adjust. And festivals such as Hari Raya, Chinese New Year, Diwali can affect business hours and the traffic on the roads. But here's what I've learned. Malaysia's cultural blend isn't just something to respect, it's also one of the most enriching parts of living here. A little cultural curiosity goes a long way. So the fix here, read, ask and observe first, because Malaysia really does welcome people who show respect. The tropical climate here is amazing. You have warm weather all year round, which I absolutely love. But newcomers can underestimate what it means to live here in this climate. High humidity, sudden heavy rain, mold risk in poorly ventilated accommodation units, higher electricity usage, and sudden tropical downpours that can come at any time. This is the practical reality. So here's an example of what I've learned. My first electricity bill was higher than initially anticipated, and this is because I was running multiple aircon units throughout the day. So I bought a fan, quite a large one, that I use throughout the day, and by just making that one adjustment, it makes a big difference to my monthly electricity bill. These are small adjustments, but they can add up and compound over time. So what are some useful examples of some fixes here? As best you can, try and pick a well-ventilated apartment to live in, service your AC, and also monitor humidity levels. Malaysia isn't just Kuala Lumpur. Different cities offer very different lifestyle options. Honestly, it's like 4 different versions of Malaysia running different software. The KL Pro, the Penang Lite, the Langkawi Zen Edition, and Johor Bahru, the Singapore DLC. Okay, so quick breakdown here. Kuala Lumpur, urban, modern, and big expat community. 2-bedroom condo will run you 3,000 to 4,000 Malaysian ringgit per month. Penang, food, culture, and a calmer pace. 2-bedroom unit here will run you 2,000 to 2,800 ringgit per month. Langkawi, nature, quiet, and duty-free. The 2-bedroom condo here will run you between 1,500 to 2,300 ringgit per month. Johor Bahru, also known as JB, has a lower cost of living and Singapore proximity. A 2-bedroom unit here will run you between 1,800 and 2,500 ringgit per month. I chose Kuala Lumpur because I wanted a urban energy with an international community which has a walkable lifestyle within a central neighbourhood. But if you're looking for beach life or a quieter place, then Penang or Langkawi may be a perfect fit for you. So the fix is to pick the location that matches how you actually want to live, not what looks good on Instagram. So my friend, the key to moving to Malaysia smoothly is, and not limited to, the following. Walk and explore the neighbourhood before you commit, not just the accommodation option. Know your real budget. Understand your visa option as early as possible, minimally 6 to 12 months beforehand. Plan for the climate, the humidity, tropical downpours, AC costs, ventilation, etc. Respect the cultural blend. It's one of Malaysia's greatest strengths. And choose a location that matches how you actually live. Malaysia is an incredible place to build a new chapter. You just need to arrive prepared. And a good bit of preparation will go a long way. Trust me, your future self will thank you. If you found this helpful, let me know in the comments below. Which of these mistakes surprised you the most? And here's a question for you. Which location in Malaysia would you choose? Kuala Lumpur, Penang, Penang, not Penang curry, Penang, sorry, got lost there, Langkawi, Johor Bahru, or another location in Malaysia? Let me know your answer below and let us know why. If you'd like more videos on daily life, routines, neighbourhoods, cost of living comparisons, and the honest take of expat life here in Malaysia and Southeast Asia, then please make sure you subscribe and tap the notification bell. And if you'd like to support the channel further, you can buy me a coffee via the link in the description below. I'm Mr. Henners, and I'll see you in the next one.